Induction to the UCF Hall of Fame. Just kind of talk us through when you learned about it, how you were informed, and just kind of what was your initial emotional reaction to the news?
Yeah, I mean, originally, I Carlos reached out. I was actually up in Warner Robins, Georgia. My son and the Lake Murray Little League team was up there playing in the Southeast Regional. So we were up there. I get a kind of a random call through Messenger because he didn't have my number. So I'm like, who is this? So then he kind of reached back out, hey, this is so-and-so for UCF Athletics. Hey, do you mind giving me a call? You know, you're possibly inducted. Be ready for a call possibly tomorrow from Terry. So we ended up playing that day, and I came home the next day, and that's when I kind of got the message while I was in like Target, and kind of going through the motions. I didn't have an iPhone, so he's like, hey, I need an iPhone. Does anybody have an iPhone? So luckily my son was with me, and was able to kind of do that video chat. So that's when I found out, and it was awesome.
So you, of course, one of your former teammates, Rich Wallace, is now the head coach of the UCF baseball team. What was it like for you to hear that news and to see how much it has changed since the early 2000s?
No, awesome. Like I said, I came to that first introduction when Rich was there. There was about 10 of us former teammates there, going through that whole process. Everybody's pulling for him, and we want a UCF guy back here. The previous coaches, they've done a great job. They reached out, they were trying to get the alumni back, but having a baseball former alumni is, got to change the program, and we're really excited to have him back. And it's already started happening. Last weekend we had a baseball reunion. He let we were tailgating on the field. That's something that's never happened. It's awesome to have him back.
UCF's had some success with twins, and you were, I guess, one of the first trailblazers. You and your brother Ryan came in. So, what was that like, just playing with Ryan? And what were some of your favorite memories, of your UCF career?
Yeah, I mean, of course, growing up, we played together since we were youth baseball, basketball. We were competing against each other. So, when the time came for us to kind of play together, it was no other choice. We're going to play together, and him being the battery mate, he was there pushing me, as a brother and a teammate. He wanted the best for me, and I wanted the best for him. So it was always kind of a win-win situation, and that's actually kind of one of the reasons I got away from pro ball. Just growing up playing together, I'm a team guy. So like kind of going to the minor leagues with the Red Sox, Diamondbacks, not having him there to be like, hey, we're winning for a team. It'd be kind of individual kind of scenario, and it kind of was different. So, but him being there is key, and he's here tonight. So I'm going to definitely mention him, and he should be here as well. So
20 years ago, it was approaching 20 years of that 04 team, winning that conference championship, you and Fox, that 1-2-10, and shortly after Pope and Arnold, who both are in the Hall of Fame. Just talk about that run there that you had 2 years in pitching, obviously combo with Fox.
Of course. I mean, we still talk to those guys. Me and Matt, coming in that year, we both weren't, starting pitchers. I mean, Matt was kind of picked it up that same year as I did. My freshman year, I was a closer. Matt was still playing more infield, so we knew we had to step it up. And and again, both of us had really, really solid years and had some records we set. As a team, we wanted our teammates to win, and we tried to set the tone Friday night, Saturday night. Back then, of course, there was double headers, so we knew we had to win Friday and then Saturday, at least the first two games, and then hopefully win that series. So being a competitor, we did that. So.
And they said you were among the players that were there at Rich Wallace's press conference. So how excited are you for the future of the program, and also on top of that, UCF going into a great conference like the Big 12?
Yeah, I mean, conference baseball at Big 12 is to the top. It's just as comparable to the SEC and ACC. So I think he's going to do a great job with recruiting. But with his stops in Notre Dame and Florida State, I'm kind of coming up through the travel scene now, and my kids are 13, 14U. Some of them are almost to the high school level. So I'm going to do my best part to keep all the home talent home. I mean, and I do know quite a few of the upcoming players. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm here for you, man, and we're gonna keep the guys here. So I want to build this thing into the top 5 program yearly. So.
Is there a game or a moment that you kind of think back when you think of your UCF career that kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, there's two. The one was Stetson, throwing a complete game. It was cool because it was on TV. But my biggest game, and I would always, want to stay in as long as I can. But going up to Clemson, we played in Clemson. We won 2 out of 3 that year. They were ranked. I don't think any other non-Power 5 team ever beat them. I pitched a 9-inning complete game. I remember going out to dinner with my parents afterwards. I couldn't even stand up. I mean, I gave it everything I had. And I mean, that's the only time that happened in my life, So like that game had to have been, we ended up winning, I think 4-2 in the last inning or 3-2, but just totally beat after that game. So playing up in Clemson was awesome. So.
What's the biggest difference between the UCF baseball program you graduated from versus the UCF baseball program we're seeing now entering the Big 12?
I mean, I see it, just kind of daily, just in all the going to travel. Like I said, again, the travel stuff. I mean, the kids are bigger, stronger, faster. I run into people, 90 miles an hour back 20 years ago was fast. Now you see all these kids that are. I see freshman kids even the other day, they're, 225, just all muscle. So I think the talent throughout all of college sports is just incredible. But again, it starts with better coaching at the youth sports, working their way through the, high school and even, once they get to college, it's just about being strength. I think the strength is the biggest key, the biggest difference.
What's it been like for you to be inducted alongside this Hall of Fame class, this first Big 12 class, and then enter into the Hall of Fame versus with all the other baseball players that have come through like Pope and Arnold?
Yeah, when I found out, I was like, man, this is awesome. I am in the first Big 12 class. That's something, no matter what, I'm going to be able to say, hey, I was in a class that was in the Big 12 conference, which, is awesome. It's taken years to get here, and, for the university, it's an amazing thing. So I'm proud of that. And again, with all the other baseball alumni that have made it, I think there's only 7 or 8 baseball guys. So just being recognized as one of the top baseball players, I'm proud, man. Like I said, I grew up never cheering out for another university. UCF is the only school I ever cheered for, so this means more to me than anything. So
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.